Hi and welcome back. Today's gonna be a little different because I am gonna be prepping everything that I'm making for this week. Just trying to give myself a little leg up because it's been really busy. It's gonna continue being busy and I want to set myself up for more success because unfortunately I can't live on mac and cheese. So let's get started. My plan, not that it's gonna go exactly as I planned, but my plan for this is to make some egg and turkey bacon breakfast sandwiches, chicken thighs with roasted potatoes and broccoli, and then burrito bowls. And I don't know, these might be interchangeable for lunch and dinner just because I get tired of eating the same thing every day. And then I'm gonna chop up some strawberries because I'm way more likely to eat them if they're already chopped up. Otherwise, I don't know. Them being whole, I see them in the fridge and I'm like, maybe not. We're gonna start with the breakfast sandwiches and I'm gonna be trying something that I haven't done before, so hopefully it goes well. We're gonna be using onion rings to make the round eggs, which I'm really excited about because I like onions, so that works really well for me, and I don't wanna buy a pan specifically for that. I also don't have any jar lids that are big enough, so yay for onion rings. Turkey bacon first. My pans are already heating up, and I am a cook with butter person. Okay, butter is still melting, but we're gonna go ahead and place our turkey bacon in the pan. Okay, that works. I forgot to light my candle. That's better. I wasn't originally going to use this onion for the breakfast sandwiches, but clearly I am now since I need it for the rings. So I'm just going to cut it in the biggest spots. Oh, okay. Well, we're going to peel it a little so that it's safer. Perfect. Oh my gosh. Okay, 1, come on, 2, 3, and oh, okay, I only need 6, so this is gonna work out real nice for what I need it to do. It's sticking. We're gonna put butter in this pan as well. It's been on low heating up, and we're just gonna move the butter around. We'll place our onions in there like so. Okay, here we go. Oh, that's so cool. We will give this a little bit of a flip. I already think that I could have made the onion rings just a little thinner. So I'll do that for the next time I make these, but I think this is still gonna work really, really well. Okay, we're gonna give these a little flip. See, that one wasn't as smooth. Wow, this is amazing. I took the first batch of eggs off and they ended up like this. I think they're perfect. And then one of these kind of spilled over, but that's totally fine. And I did forget to salt and pepper them, but you know, oh well. Over at our sandwich building station here, just gonna put the tops there, like so. Now for the cheese. And I really like cheese, so I'm gonna put a piece of cheese on top and bottom, just because I think that's the way that it should be, and it makes it so that it doesn't slip around as much. Pieces of turkey bacon each. I hope I have enough for that. Not quite, so some of them are gonna have 1.5-ish. Okay, most of them have 2. And then we're gonna add our second layer of cheese. powder I'm actually gonna need. Okay. That's better than I thought it was gonna be. One sandwich down. Boom. Okay, I think I'm gonna do the rest of this tomorrow, the rest of my prepping. So I'm gonna put the onion away, but I am going to chop up some of my strawberries. But I'm gonna make sure that I'm cutting them on the side of the board that I didn't cut the onion because I don't want oniony strawberries. Oh, that one really bounced. I'm just gonna cut up all of them. Set that over here so it doesn't get water everywhere. Also, I really just love what my disco ball planter does whenever the sun hits it. Sometimes I'm a little more generous when I cut off the tops of the strawberries because we can give them to our chickens, and I think it's a nice little treat for them. Hello again, it's Sunday. It's around noonish, and yesterday I made my breakfast sandwiches. As you saw, I'm going to be making my lunches and dinners. I'm gonna start with the burrito bowls, and I'm gonna wait on the chicken with the potatoes and broccoli because I'm really hoping that when my husband gets home from the gym, he will cook the chicken for me. He's just really good at it, and it always tastes better when he makes it. So we'll see what he says. Hopefully, yes. Okay, once I put my ground beef in the pan, I'm gonna break it up so that it can be in smaller pieces. And I've also started 3 cups of water with chicken bouillon on this back burner for my rice. I'm just waiting for that to come to a boil. While the ground beef and my rice, well, the rice isn't cooking yet, but while that is starting to boil and my beef is cooking, I am just chopping up my onions that I'm going to cook with my broccoli, with my corn after the beef is done. It's probably enough onion. And I'm going to be adding some paprika, chili powder, and garlic powder to give it some flavor. I just added in the rice and I'm waiting for it to come back up to a boil because it stopped once I put the rice in it. And then once it's back up to a boil, which it looks like it already is, I'm going to take it down to a simmer and put the lid on for about 10 minutes. Once you've taken the rice off of the stove and it's been simmering for about 10 minutes, it should look like this. It's fluffy. It's got flavor from the bouillon, and then it'll mix really well in with everything else. Okay, starting with the rice, we're gonna load this up with a couple spoonfuls each. And I'm planning on only making 4 because I'm gonna make, I think this one is 4. Next, we're gonna add in the ground beef, and then the corn, followed up by some beans. And I'm really seeing a trend here in the color of this meal, but we are going to add more color in. And these onions are not the color that I just spoke of that we're gonna be adding in. Okay, now this is some of the color that I was talking about. And I do want to add some tomatoes to these, but we already picked a lot of the red ones earlier this week. So maybe throughout the week I will add them to this. But right now, this is basically the finished product. We've got ground beef, black beans, spinach, rice, and corn. And I think that's a pretty good mix of fruits, veggies, fiber, protein. Just kidding. I found this jar of salsa in my pantry. So I'm just gonna be using this, and I'm gonna put it in tiny containers so it doesn't make anything soggy, and then just add it in as I please throughout the week. Loading up the salsa for the bowls, and I will just reuse these 2 tiny containers through the week. I made the viral biscoff vanilla yogurt cheesecake dessert. I haven't tried it yet. I'm gonna put it in the fridge and let it set. I will get back to you either in this video or another one, probably over on my Instagram, on how it actually turns out. I think it's gonna be good. I like vanilla yogurt and I like biscoff, so how could it be bad? Now I am chopping up the vegetables for my dinners for meal number 2. And over here, Darius has started cooking the chicken thighs because he's wonderful and cooks them for me because he's better at it than me. So we'll be getting to add those all together and see everything kind of meld. The potatoes have been chopped. They're in some ice water. They're gonna be in here for about 30 minutes so that they can get extra crispy when we roast them. I like to crinkle up the paper. I think it suits better. Now we're gonna add olive oil, salt, pepper, paprika, garlic powder, and onion powder. Now we're gonna give it a big stir. We're going to put half of the potatoes on this pan. Last thing to be added is the potatoes. So my lineup for the week is a turkey bacon, egg and cheese breakfast sandwich, strawberries, a burrito bowl with salsa, a little snack that's the yogurt biscoff cookie cream cheese situation, and then I've got chicken thighs with steamed broccoli and roasted potatoes. And this will be my lineup for basically every day this week. These might swap around the order in which I eat things, but I think it's pretty solid and a good spread of color, fiber, protein, and carbs. As always, thank you so much for being here, and I will see you next week. Bye.